Monday morning, guys, Q&A, and it's that simple. Three of us, the three amigos, we're going to have some good detailed chats, basically. And if we've got this time to use up, then we may as well dive into some stuff. I mean, H, we had a call tomorrow. Depending on how people go, I know people are fashionably late these days. Samir, I know we've got some stuff. I messaged you just before. Here's someone else as well coming in.
Yeah.
The chances are people will come into these webinars, but we'll see. So Q&A session. This one will be going up as usual on the YouTube channel. Ray, good morning. Hopefully you're well. Don't forget to like and subscribe, turn on the notifications for more episodes. We have updates. So updates, we have a soundbite series, which is our podcast that's been listed on Spotify now, should be listed on Apple as well this week. So it's called the Pinnacle PT soundbite series. So feel free to give that one a little bit of a follow and subscribe. We should be having 2, 3, 4 episodes a week going out on that one to make up for some lost time. We're late to the party with that sort of stuff, but we've been very busy with others. With that being said, other updates. We have now launched and are building out the online personal training model for Pinnacle. We find that so many people want to move into the online space eventually, or as with our guys as a side income stream. So we're building that out. So that's exciting because we know here at Pinnacle that we don't coach it, but we can. And it's that simple. We've just avoided it because face-to-face is always going to be our place. But we will be building out the online section, and we're going to show you exactly how to build an online business safely and securely without harassing people in DMs, posting countless content, and doing what other coaches can't charge tens of thousands of dollars or $10,000 at least to get you to do, which is just rubbish. I mean, volume of content is not what's required, and harassing people that don't know you, like you, and trust you definitely isn't required. We have a bit of a secret formula to grow it. So that's that. With that being said, we had some good records as well, or some new breakthroughs last week with some more six-figure people, which is exciting. Shout outs to those guys that have been done in school as well. And I think off the top of my head, that's about it for updates. With that being said, we're going to get stuck in here. So Samir, you want to kick us off, bro? We have talk about the gym volume, and then obviously you had last week when I was at an event. We'll just go over that.
Okay, so yeah, I'm just looking at the text as I'm talking of it because I know it was long because I know you'd rather use school than Voxer. So yeah, I'm just expressing quite my some concerns at Snap Fitness right now because since the floor to the floor is already now it's pretty much long gone. It's finished. So I've pretty much run out of all the runners up the leads that I've converted and some that I've not converted. But as far as that, it's like a what's next thing. So and I told this to Nate last week about what I'm telling you. There's not, because I have no control over the database, and then I'm just looking to get more volume of leads, and I've expressed this to my management too.
Yeah.
So what I've said to Nate, he gave me that templated script that you saw on my last message. So that was basically what he said. Send this. He talked about this with your manager, and then send it to him for the new joiners because he has control over the database. Yeah. So he's done that, and I'm yet to ask him this. When I see him tomorrow, actually, I'll ask him if there's any results or something, which I'm assuming not, because I put the contact details in for the new joiners to come. Yeah. So yeah, I'm just wondering what else to do to help grow volume when I have no control over this. And because there's a lot of existing members now that know me, they know my name and everything, what I'm about. But the new joiners, that's when it's the new thing, and they just that's just the perfect opportunity to help. I feel like that's the only way to get to grow more leads, but I have to get the detailed numbers myself. So yeah. I wanted to know your point of view. What next? Yeah. Does this all make sense? I know I've gone on a long one, but it's been quite a concern for me.
No, brother, 100%. So first and foremost, for people in the UK with this GDPR, database access is tougher to come by. With that being said as well, some more news as well. This is sort of fresh off the block. Like, we've been discussing building a booking software, so a piece of tech that we would build from scratch that would integrate with club CRMs. So new members that basically come into a club that would like a two-part kickstart or whatever, an onboarding session with a professional, they go into this piece of software that automatically spits them into trainers' calendars, right? This here we see as a massive gap that needs to be filled in the industry. We always know that if people can get fresh members booked directly into their calendars, your business is floated in terms of fresh consultations. And it's that simple. I mean, for anyone that watches this that's not a client of ours, I'll be open and transparent. Like what we do at Pinnacle is we try and get as many new members diverted straight into the path of the trainers as possible. If you can do that, you'll be absolutely stacked with leads. Most people, what they're doing in the interim, or doing if they have the opportunity to, is they'll get a list of new member leads, which in the UK is harder to come by because of GDPR. You then have to call these leads. You then have 50% no answer rates, minimum. Text message responses. Australia is a country full of skeptics. We were saying this last week, and unfortunately, it's that true. The UK is no better. Everyone, I mean, in the
I think
world,
worse.
yeah, everyone in the world these days is highly skeptical of scammers, right? And spammers and lots of fraudulent activity. So getting hold of people is something that we're trying to get on top of this year by using different sequences and different ways of reaching out. So look, I understand fully where you're coming from, but there's a bit of a backstory on it for those of you to bring you up to speed who want to with this conversation. Now, what we ideally want to do is try and get this list of members, but you're not going to get access to that. Is he not going to give you it to? He's not going to give it to you?
No, they refuse.
Okay, they refuse to. So from there,
I think what reason is because he says like because a lot of the trainers in the past, so this is where trust issues I think have gone to their head. Trust issues have come to one saying look, they've gone under the database without our permission, and then just called out of the blue, and then kind of done the leads and members a disservice. So I think it's stuck with their head, and then because of GDPR, that's why they're very adamant of not giving it to them.
100%. I think
the trainers.
This also comes down to, again, the lack of education in the industry. Basically, PTs don't know how to reach out to people correctly. They'll freestyle a lot of stuff. Hey, it's me from Snap Fitness. Do you want free training? What's this? You get one complaint, and then from there it goes back to management. What happens then? They stop giving the access out. GDPR comes into play as well. Like when the UK put that through sort of a year or two ago, whatever it was. Yeah, I mean, like you can see why they restrict the access. Now, are you able? Does the manager have the potential to go and reach out to these guys? Is that what you're talking about here with this?
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Yeah.
We're gonna need to. So basically, next it comes down to prime for growth, right? So prime for growth training, we talk about building relationships, right? With that being said, the only risk with doing this, if you build a relationship, you give him a message to send out on your behalf. Chances are what he will do is he'll send it out on the club's behalf and split up the leads between all the other trainers in the club. So he'll be using your strategy to then divvy up the leads between everybody else. That's a risk of what happens here. So look, we have to basically do what we can do. So I would build the relationship with him as good as possible, keep nurturing this, and then integrate this strategy, get him to send it out. At the end of the day, though, again, just going down the rabbit hole here, the managers don't care about the PTs. They might say that they do, but they really don't. As long as you're paying them rent, they don't really care too much about it. And they're not going to go out of their way to what they'll say is harassing members, right? Which they could have done face-to-face with them and just booked them straight in with you. Again, like Ray knows me well enough now. This topic irritates me. Like I get sick and tired of it. Hence why we're thinking of building this software and doing that. So they could easily, when they're in front of people, book them straight in with you. They could do that, Samir. They choose not to. Then they're going to choose not to send the text messages because it takes time out of their day to benefit them zero. It benefits you, which if it benefits you, you can pay your rent and you can obviously get more volume of clientele in the door, which is what they're there to support you doing. But they're just going to say that they don't have enough time. And this is what happens. They just don't care. They don't care about you guys. So we have to basically, in summary, put this into play, right? Have to put this into play as best we can, and then move on to other strategies. Now, you mentioned then like the FTTF strategy, right? Floor to the floor. This strategy is a great strategy. You can't run this strategy every single week. Good evening, Sam. Hopefully you're well, brother. You can't run it every single week. What you can run every single week, which I've never talked about, which I'm going to do today, is, and this will be a great topic for today actually, is to how to walk the floor, right? Not using our strategy, but to walk the floor to get leads. This would work for any of you guys here, right? Any of you guys here to get leads that then would enable you to book in consults instantaneously. So most people, when they walk the floor of a gym, and it's basically a bread and butter lead generation strategy, most people they balls it up, right? Because they don't know how to approach it, etc., etc. However, I have had 2 clients, one of which is still with us. I've had one other person as well in the past that does this, right? Morning 10, hopefully good. That does this with great success. You can walk the floor and you can, if confident enough, strike conversation with people. This is the most common way that people walk the floor, but they do it incorrectly because they don't know what to say, and then they're nervous because they've got pressure on them to perform so that they can get paying clients in the door. So what happens is they make a balls of it. But you can walk around the gym floor and strike conversation with the people that you do know and basically say, what's up, what's going on with training today? What are you training today? Right? And you can have a chat with them and then go, cool, I'll train with you for 5 minutes. Let's go. Right. And then put through a few little tweaks, or put them through a few little exercises. And you'll probably notice that they'll need a few tweaks. Right. From there, what you can do is book them straight in for a consult. Right. We hate the word consult. That terminology doesn't work. Right. So I've seen some stuff here we've sharpened up. Do you want to go through like a proper session like this? Because the chances are you're doing lots of things wrong, excuse me, which we'd be able to sharpen and get some more return from for your health and fitness goals. And it's that simple. So you can walk the floor like that, Samia. And this is something that, like, the client that I still have today, I think she had 2 consults last week, 2 signups, 100% conversion rate. They would have come from doing this. I never recommend trainers to do this. It is not part of our consulting. However, there's nothing stopping you doing this. And the good thing about doing this is that basically you'll get consults booked straight off the bat. You won't generate leads, you'll generate straight up consults or 2-part kickstarts. Does that make sense, Samir?
Yeah, because that seems like the only thing that I can do right now left. That's my only kind of chance. Because as far as you saying about it's crucial to build a relationship, because I do have a great relationship with the management for sure.
Yeah,
we have a good quick crack jokes and everything
good,
else.
good.
And, yeah, so that's all good. I mean, the only, like I said, sorry,
I was going to say, make sure you get them, bro, to send these text messages out.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we need to get, but the thing is, did you give them the exact message that you sent to me on school? Is it
exactly that message
okay,
that what I did is I copy and paste. I sent it. His name's John, the manager. So I copied what I sent to him, and then I sent it to you. So then all he has to do is put the name of that member, and then the script's already written for him. So
okay.
it can be, yeah.
The one thing I need you to change with that message, brother, is this. If you would like to claim your 2-part kickstart, because it's not an induction pack, don't call that because that's boring terminology. If you would like to,
Yeah.
I'm going to do, I'm just going to change this.
Yeah, I'm doing this as well as we're live on air as well.
Okay, go to. So what you'd never want to simply text or call using my contact details. People will not do that.
All right.
So what you need to, because that's why you're probably having no success. Where are we at? I've just sent you the alternative to school.
I see it.
Yeah,
Okay.
you want to make the correspondence as easy as possible, man. You don't want to get these guys to reach out to you. They're gonna have to what they have to do, think about it. Like humans, I've talked about this quite a bit. Humans want things done super quick these days, right? It's quickness. If they need to hold down, copy your phone number, paste it into their phone, send a message to it or whatever, it's too long. They won't do it. People like quick action. So reply with a thumbs up, boom. Then what will happen is those replies will go to the CRM of your of your club, and then from there, he should then give them to you. These people want
So
it.
he has to text. He has to text them. He has to text them with this because I think he tried to do it on email, but I wanted to I wanted to convince him to do it by text because it's faster.
Right. Do you know what CRM they use in the club?
When you say CRM, how do you mean?
CRM is basically the behind the desk that have a computer. It's the software on the computer, how they manage the club. Do you know what software it is?
Yeah, I haven't even. No, because I've not really looked behind the screen. Yeah, because they're like right on it.
Ask him if they have the capability to send text messages. If not, it won't work. Like if and think about it like this, Samir. This is when I'm gonna get pissed off again.
Yeah.
So think about it like this. I just can't stand it. If the fucking gym, if the gym member is right there in front of the fucking manager, why don't they just book them in then and there whilst they're right fucking there? They don't do it. It does my head. It's just fucking laziness. Now, we spoke about this last week as well. We're on the brink of signing an Australia-wide contract with Jets, on the brink of it. And I want to say it's 99% sure. I don't want to tempt fate, but this is what I will be doing with Jets. I will be putting this in with them. They will roll it out across all of their clubs. We will put the new technology in with them as well, and it will change the fucking game. Then we will go into other gyms and try and get this implemented. I know the CEO of Snap. We have a contact for those guys. So actually for the APAC, so the APAC region, which is Asia Pacific, but we do know the global CEO for Snap as well. There's plans to change the whole entire industry worldwide, guys. I'm not stopping until I get in front of people to do it, because this stuff is downright fucking laziness, and that's all it is. People don't care. But then we've got people here like Samir, who all Samir wants to do is actually help new members, just like everyone else here wants to do as well. These new members, and the benefit of helping them is that when they see the value, they'll actually want to work with you. You're not there being sleazy, cheesy, salesy, and spammy unless you don't have the education that we provide you to be able to use it, right? So it just really frustrates the shit out of me. What I would say to him as well is this: when they're with you face to face, motherfucker, book them in. Just tell them that. Like when they're there with you, here's my calendar. Put it in there. Do that. Otherwise, get a fucking list of leads, send out the texts, get the replies, then pass them to me, then I'll contact them. No one answers, and who's fucking wasting their time? All of us. I can't
That's right.
And I know I'm not the only one who's as frustrated as this, right? As me. Like all of you guys. It is
I was frustrated this week, and hence why I was giving you that. Yeah, because I'm used to progress, not like stagnation. Yeah.
It's just downright freaking laziness. I'm gonna go down this rabbit hole on a rant now. Managers in gyms are underqualified, retarded motherfuckers, and it's that simple. And like I'm not joking. Like these guys are there for a paycheck. They don't care about they don't care about the PTs. But the thing is they're also not told and educated how to do this basic shit by the people above them. They don't care. And most people that we work with, they have to push shit up a fucking hill to get this done. And why? Because remember, like I said, human beings want stuff done quickly these days. This stuff that isn't quick, it takes fucking time. That's why they don't like doing it. But what is quick? You've just signed up. Would you like to book in your result-specific kickstart to get your gym journey off to the best possible start with one of our professionals? It's free. When suits you best, morning or evening. How long did that take? 5 seconds? What also is that? It's called customer service. It improves your onboarding process, right? Customer satisfaction, retention, attrition, they all go through the fucking roof. It's not hard. So I honestly think, bro, as well, have a blunt conversation and just say, look, like, this problem. This is a freaking problem, man. You know?
Yeah. No, trust me, Simon. I've sat down with him and I've explained to him fully, because we had a team meeting last week, and I mean, he was in a good mood because of nothing to do with me, but it was about how PTs are booking their holidays not on 4 weeks in advance and whatnot. So he was gone in rant mode. And then I told him, like, Samir, is there anything you're not happy about the club? And I said, look, I am happy about this club, but I had this blunt, when you said blunt conversation, I had it, and I was very respectful as well. I said, look, I love this club. I love all the trainers, because I've been to past clubs before and I've not got, it's never worked out because because they've left me to hang out dry and not giving me the they're not giving me the education on how to, not their job to grow my business, but help me facilitate. But like they always say, I said, but there's one thing that's lacking, and I know I can respect that you've with GDPR, but we have to give me more leads, because I've got 12. I don't know if I told you this, Simon. I told Jude knows this for sure, because I started with him first. So I've got a side hustle of being a PT at another man's business. It's called Gokai Fitness, and it's basically you get clients provided, and it's a small flat rate of £25 per hour. But the truth is, I want to get the fuck out of that place and then be at Snap full time. And the reason why I'm still there at the moment is because it covers my ass for the rent.
Correct.
So
correct.
And then it's combining with a lot. I think I've got 10 to 12 clients right now. A couple of them are on hold because of Ramadan. But anyway, but that's not enough. My point is, I want more so it can cover your rent. And it's like, it's almost, I won't get to that. I won't be hasty and get to that point, but I'll say, look, we can't throw this. I can't throw this away. We're doing well. I'm paying you guys rent, and you're like, I need to grow this. I need to grow my leads as well, just to make sure I don't pay you the rent with a leap of faith. It needs to be comfortable, because then I feel at home. It's more at ease. So you're right. I do have blunt conversations with him, but a good relationship at the same time. So it's there's no jump. So don't want to jump the gun as well. But yeah, I feel you though. I feel what you're saying.
For sure. I think, like, just for a disclaimer for this webinar, like, it's frustrating, right? You always need to be professional and polite. And trust me, when I communicate with the guys that I do, like in these organizations, I'm nothing other than highlighting the benefit for them and highlighting the drawback with what they're currently doing, which is hurting them, right? So I recommend doing the same. And again, guys, I go on rants, I swear a lot. It is pure passion, and that's all it is. It's not because I don't care, it's because I fucking care too much. That's what it is. So disclaimer for anyone watching that, watching this. So I would recommend just saying, like, the highlight of this, and this is what I tell the CEOs, and they like literally, they are like, yeah, we need this. And that's why, again, I'm fucking really excited about this, guys, but I can't tempt it yet. But I think this Jets thing will come through. These guys know that they need to improve their member retention and their member onboarding processes. This is one way of which they do that, right? So you just got to say, like, man, I want to take care of as many people in this gym as possible so that they stick here as members. Then you can go and elaborate, Samir, by say this and just say, look, obviously the benefit here is that I will be able to get in front of people to gain clients. However, the main benefit is that people are happy. They get the best onboarding that they can possibly get. I'm not force feeding PT down their neck, but it will show them a really good process here at Snap of how we treat our members, which means they won't want to leave. If you don't do this properly, then they'll want to leave. And that's why they're leaving.
Yeah.
So you ask a club what their attrition rates are, right? Attrition and retention, very similar, different things. Retention rate, like people, it's basically attrition, in short, is the rate of which people are leaving the club versus the signups, right? I'm pretty sure off the top of my head, it's a Monday morning. It's the difference between growth and drop off, and that's their attrition rate as a percentage, right? I'm telling you right fucking now, man. Like, there's clubs that I know in Sydney that sign up 200 members a month but lose 185. That's shocking. Why do you think they're losing 185 members a month? Well, okay, people move on, people whatever, blah, 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 blah. There's excuses there, but I'm telling you right now, a lot of the reason why is that they're not using the club. So that means that there's a lack of engagement, which means they haven't been motivated. Again, this is why I'm not going down a rabbit hole, guys. This is why I say online PT, be very careful with that shit. Because these guys that are in gyms that not even using their membership, some of them could have online PTs, but they go through shit inside their head, which means that they want to quit, right? They don't have any accountability. They've got no form of accountability. And guys, whether we like it or not, this world is becoming a darker and darker and darker place. And it's that simple. There's less motivation. There's more overweight people. People want things done easier and quicker. If you give them a pill to take to get in shape, they just fucking take 10 of them straight up, right? They don't care about work. Like, it doesn't work like that. Hard work works. That's what works, right? So yeah, there's a lot I could continue speaking about this, but I think have a word again, and then change that text message. Message me daily about this, Samir, as well, because this is really
Yeah,
important.
I sure will.
And then
Yeah.
try and walk the floor. So if you like, basically, you could walk the floor and literally say this, like, "Hey, I can see you're new. Are you new to the gym? I haven't seen you before." To have a conversation, and then say, as part of your onboarding, I don't know whether Dave behind the desk said this, but did you get your mind and body makeover induction? Right, your mind and body makeover induction, or your mind and body makeover package, your free mind and body makeover package. Were you given that? Because I haven't seen you, and I'm just following up. I'm just doing my job, right? No, I didn't. Okay, cool. Well, we go through a physical and mental overhaul with every single person, free of charge, to get your gym journey off to the best possible start. When sounds good to book it in, morning or evening? That's it. You can go and do that. The problem, like, and again, to wrap this up, and then we'll go to Harrison, is you should not have to do that if the fucking lazy managers just did their job. And that's it.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say just
Yeah,
managers,
100%.
sales staff, receptionists, AMs, like all of them. So yeah,
Yeah.
it gives us some more. Now, on top of that, Samir, there is more strategies, right? Referral power, half price power strategy, bulk blasts on auto, like doing the big bulk blast, reoccurring bulk blast. This is all important stuff that we need to compound together, but I don't like to do any of that stuff that like is really not important until we get the basics sorted.
Yeah, 100%. No, I
Does
agree.
that give you enough to move forward with for now, bro? Yeah.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. Yeah, because it was, like I said, it was expressing concerns because when it was towards January, and then I'm the new guy, so they start by themselves flooding me, which I actually like because I could just fucking call the shit out of these leads, like the new members, which I was doing, and that's where I am today with 10 to 12. But there needs to, I think, now they see that I'm here, they kind of I'm sensing a bit of complacency. So and I've been like, look, like I understand, I like to move you guys full time. So that's another thing I could bring up. That's another thing I could bring up. I like to move you guys full time because I know, and I want to go get out of my other side hustle because there's no progression, and 25 an hour for with a big chunk of my time, and you know, I'm not happy at the other place, so I want to move there full time and make sure that it's like a cohesive family. So I want to get it inside the manager's head.
Yeah, exactly, brother.
Because another thing as well, you have no idea how much my wife, who's based, she comes back and forth in Dubai. She's like, she questions me at Snap, but I'm my own man, so I listen to my own self and I listen to you, of course. You know, so because there's trust. So I go, look, I'm making this work, but she's like, she always had this mindset like, you know how many rich people they are in Dubai, and you could, your parents live out there, and you can actually do very well. I said, look, let me make this work before jumping to conclusions first, okay? If shit goes to hell, and then they're being like, if the manager's ego gets big all of a sudden, I hope not, and then and then it devours a relationship, which again I don't want that to happen. But just worst case scenario, then I would take your word. I would take your word for it. But again, I've got a mentor to listen to, which is you. I've got my business that I've come up from the ground. I don't want to ruin anything. I don't want to throw that away. Okay, so this is why relationships are important, and I try and get that in her head as well.
No, look, brother, I think she understands that. But what I will say, as your mentor, is that Dubai is a hotspot. Dubai is a hotspot, brother, and I would never say no to go in there. Dude,
so that's my plan B, my backup plan if shit goes to the ground.
I've done research in Dubai with people before, someone who had such good potential and they never pulled the trigger. Man, there's gyms out there that you can crush it inside those gyms, bro. And Dubai is a very new country. Right? There's a lot of wealth there. There's very, very minimal restrictions. My missus actually asked me a few weeks ago, would you ever move to UAE or Dubai or anything like that? I'd say in a heartbeat, I'd move there. No worries. Tax free, right? Tax free, Sam. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
And it's tax free. Like, I'm not joking. I love the sun as well. So personally, I'd move to Dubai, but I'd need to go there first. I've never been there. But I'm telling you, for you, Samir, with family there, your missus there, the whole lot. If this doesn't change, we monitor this, I would recommend going back home. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. Can I ask one more thing? One more thing.
Yeah.
Just a person. Is there a reason why you moved to Australia and left England? Is it because you don't like the weather or like the wokery out in the UK? Because that's what I'm sensing around London.
No, look, I had a degree in geology. Well, I have a degree in geology still, which is why I moved out here. So I moved out for the mining industry.
Okay.
And the mining industry took a big crash about 14 years ago. I then sort of followed the next step to get my visa extended. I then met my wife, and then we moved from in Darwin in the tropics to Melbourne. And when we did, I thought I want to do something that I'm passionate about. So I chose personal training, and then the rest is history, basically. And then I'm here.
Okay, cool.
So it's not like, look, here's the thing though. I'll be honest, I'd never live in the UK ever again in my fucking life. Never. The place
Yeah.
is negative. It's too negative for me. Like like it's there's a lot of good there. The good is there's good fucking beer.
Yeah.
The beer's very, very good. I love the beer. I love the pubs. I love fish and chips. I love the food. I've got family there as well, which is beneficial. I should say family first, right? But the beer and the food is good. But I can't stand the mentality of people in the UK. It's very, very
I'm
negative.
sensing that too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very negative, and I like disclaimer, if there's any Brits watching this that don't know me, I don't hate you, but I can't stand the country, and I can say that because I'm British at the end of the day. So I'm not being horrible. I am British, so I can say that. So yeah, no, look,
Same
here. And so Robert Kiyosaki, just before we move on to Harrison here, I told you I went to see him. Robert Kiyosaki and another guy, JT Fox, who was there as well. They said that Australia is the best country in the world, period. They're Americans, and they openly both said it, that the opportunity in Australia is hands down the best opportunity in the world where you could ever go. And they go into that in a little bit more detail. But yeah, so I'm blessed to be where I am now. I owe this country all my success, so I'm staying here. Or I'll go to Dubai. We'll meet in Dubai.
Hey, let's do
Yeah.
it.
All right, hey, my man, Harrison. So that was a good topic, guys, and it's a very passionate one for me. But we'll move on. Harrison, what's going on, bro?
We were talking before about the mind body induction.
Yeah,
That's the same thing as a Kickstarter, right?
yeah. Everything's a Kickstarter. Yeah, everything's a console, but we don't use the words console.
They've been having issues getting people in, like just volume. I've been making calls and stuff, and like the pickup rate is terrible at the moment.
Correct. This is why I'm building the software out, because it's not, or why we want to. I'm going to have a call about that today. Guys, remember, like, skeptics. Australia's full of skeptical people. That's what Robert Kiyosaki and JT Fox are saying as well. You live in a place where there's so much opportunity because so many people are skeptics. But also the property market here is amazing. There's lots of other stuff here that are amazing as well that make it a good country. But pickup rates, I'm telling you, there will be a solution, and it's on the forefront of my mind every day to improve pickup rates. Because if you just do what the managers should be doing already, which is booking them in face to face, you don't need a phone, guys. You don't need a phone. It'd be good to live without a phone for a little while because those things control our lives, right? But with that being said, they're too lazy to do it. They're too lazy. That's why I want to build software that will do it for them. Plug them in, spits it out, and it delegates them to the right trainer that's going to suit them. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, your pickup rates, I would recommend going into school and having a little bit of a look at in the marketing section. New PT or new gym members equals new PT clients. And no worries, Samir, go have some food, bro. Go get it.
Thank you. All right, thanks, mate. All right.
You're welcome. New gym members equals new PT clients. There's image-based text messages that you can do as follow-ups. This is a huge one. So the image
members.
Yeah, new gym members equals new PT clients. You should see at the bottom, there should be like 3 images that you can send as texts. Do that.
Can I use the gym's phone to call people?
Amen. Like, amen. Of course you can. It's actually more beneficial to make your calls in the place of work where they can hear it's the gym in the background, because the subconscious will recognize that shit. It's actually H and it sounds like he's in a gym, which means he is a PT and this isn't a scam, right?
If they say no, like if I ask the manager and she says no, what do I say?
What?
It's kind of like it's an EMF call list. I'm getting their members. I'm doing their job for them.
Yeah, correct.
I kind of say it.
Correct. So just say, look, I'm happy to help you guys. Like, just again, what you have to be, guys, you've got to be mini versions of Simon, basically. Like, and that's not being big-headed. It's just go in there and tell them that you want to improve the onboarding rates of these clients so that they can get their gym journeys off to the best possible start. And if you want me to pay you fucking rent, then I need to make some money. Even though obviously you're doing 6 figures, Harrison, you're comfortable, you've hustled your way there. But yeah.
Quite a few clients drop off. One of my clients went to the army. He's into the next part of training, so I won't be seeing him. One of my clients is now on $19 an hour as an apprentice chef, so she's dropped off as well.
It happened.
So,
so this is what we need to discuss as well, right? So when you get fully booked, you'll struggle. You'll struggle. When you're fully booked, it's a risky place to be if you don't move forward, because you'll get there 2K, right? Which is 20 hours a week, bro, for you, less. You want to get to 2.5K, 2 to 2.5. You bang your head. The only way your business is going to go is backwards, and then you'll ramp it up again, and this is going to go backwards again. You can't go forward. Have to remove the ceiling, have to leverage, have to continue. So only way, and this is not for PTs. This is for every freaking business model in the world. If you want to go from a solo entrepreneur, B quadrant, if that's what Kiyosaki says, right? And move across to, S quadrant, and you want to move to the B quadrant, you have to leverage. That's it. There's nothing else to it. If you don't leverage your business, you're screwed in the long run. But here's the thing. You want to be happy. So it depends what people want to do, right? And that's it. But I know Sam here would say that, Sam, I don't know whether you can speak, mate. Would you ever second guess leverage anymore if anyone else was going to think about doing it? Like, I don't know if you can speak or not, but I Tanya as well, right? Like, once you do it once, there's no way that you go back. You won't. So we've got to do that. We've got to free your time up. But yeah, exactly, Sam. So yeah, like I think make the calls on behalf of them in the club. Right? Do it for them. You've got to do the work for them. Like I said, they're lazy. They don't care about you, man. They don't. They don't care about you. They don't. And it might sound blunt and people might think I'm horrible, but I'm sorry, it's the truth. They only care about themselves. Every single person in this place, in this world, you've got to care about number one first. Right? Number one. It's always number one. Then it's your friends, your family. Harrison as a PT is very, very low down the pecking order in terms of who your gym manager cares about in this world. They care about number one, right? Then they're going to care about friends and family, their career. They don't care about the PTs that they're freaking looking at. They don't care about you guys, man. It's blunt, but it's the truth. So yeah, go in and tell them and just say, look, and this is how you do it, Harrison. I see people struggle here day in, day out. They're incorrectly exercising. It is dangerous. And I know it's because they have not been put in front of us. I want to change that. And just say the only way I want to change it is by calling them and getting them booked in for my mind and body makeovers. Oh man, I don't understand why.
Not many PTs offer they offer consults. They don't offer what I offer.
Correct.
Would it be worth even going to like the PT manager and just having a chat and just maybe talk to him about changing how we do things?
Look, here's the thing. You have to be careful with that. Man, I've tried doing this with fitness and lifestyle group on a bigger level with like a client of ours. He's in Sydney, right? Man, they shut it down. They don't care. They don't care. Bro, you can, but here's the thing. If you go and put it into place, they'll put it into place for every single person there. So your competition will go through the roof. Like and that's not a bad thing, because these guys, and this is my, like, sorry for the noise, guys. This is it's my life, man. I swear I bang my head off a fucking wall every single day for this shit. Like as soon as they change the model, then people get put in front of PTs that don't, for the lack of, it's not their own fault, right? But for a lack of good education, they fail anyway because they don't know how to sell. They don't know how the right price points are. They don't know how to do all the shit that we do. So you'll find that there will still be a problem. There will still be a problem. You'll win and you'll do all right. But imagine if there's 100 new members a month and you're only seeing 5 of them because you've got 15 trainers that have to see the rest of them. Right? Do you know what I mean? Like the volume will be so low because they'll agree with you, bro. They'll agree with you. So what we're trying to do here with Jets is we're going to change your onboarding process, but then you're having Strike that will go out through your whole network. So every single PT is educated. And then from there, it comes down to one simple fucking thing: work ethic. Whoever's got the best work ethic will win the most. And that's it. That's it. I can't force Sam to work harder than Ace, or Tanya to work harder than Ray, or me to work harder than Harrison. Harrison will go out there and work harder. That's how you'll win in life. You've got the education, you've got everything. Go and speak to them and see if they want to change the game a little bit. You can do, bro. They'll be open to it, bro. I'll be coming to EMF soon. Don't you worry about that, man. It's everything's in motion. Every single one of you guys. The only people that I probably won't be able to help, unfortunately, is Ray, because the CEO of your company is a wanker, and it's that simple.
I was gonna say as well, well, so Shake and Go is now called Shake Craft Co.
Yeah.
Someone brought up a good point about Shake and Go meaning something else. I'll let your imagination go wild. So we changed to Shake Craft Co. And what we're going to do is a tasting day where we're going to have our first kind of products launched.
Yeah.
From there, I'm going to try and integrate in that every person that buys a product, they're entered in the draw to win 4 weeks full coaching plus then some extra stuff.
That'll work. That'll work well,
And then
bro.
everyone that enters gets a free session. So if we get like we got a pre-order list of around 22 people at the moment, so they'll all be entered in the draw. So
That's good. We'll talk about. We got a call tomorrow, I think, right? Yeah, we'll keep that call in there, bro. We'll talk about it tomorrow. Some good potential there, bro. We'll dive into Shake and Go, and then yeah, we'll see how you. We'll see. So yeah, yeah. Look, it's exciting. It's exciting. So I'm looking forward to catching up about that. But yeah, I think for now, and it's kind of been the topic of the whole webinar today, guys. Relationship building with your managers is important. The sales staff, the people behind the desk. This is why we have the section called Prime for Growth, right? If you're not primed and you just want to go in and grow, unfortunately, a lot of the time you'll find that you won't. So keep priming the relationship, which will mean that you are priming your business growth. And it is that simple, man. Go speak to them and just like say what I said, Harry, like just go there and just say, look, man, there's people training in here that need help. And I just say, I've thought about it and I've come to this conclusion. They're not getting any help when they come on board. Here's the thing as well. You've got to remember this, guys, and take this deeper. When someone sucks at working out, is it nice to admit? It's not. So do you think they're going to be like Harrison, like Tan, Sam, Ray, Ace, and Simon, where if you suck, you go, help, please? Most people don't ask for help because they're... Stop, man. I have to stop myself. Like, I'm telling you, like, they don't ask for help. You guys are helpers. Unfortunately, therefore, because we're going to recognize these guys don't ask for help, you've got to go to them, which means you've got to go to the managers. You've got to go to the AMs, right? The assistant managers. You've got to go to the sales teams. You get in front of them. Like I said, hard work, guys. It's very, very easy. When you can crack this code, like you're halfway there to becoming fully booked. It's that simple. And we've had people get to $6,000 to $7,000 weeks before just by targeting new members, and that's it.
Yeah, with the calls, and I'm having looking here at the little like image text plate template things. If I'm doing like a call list and I do book someone in for a session, should I still send them that to just kind of like reiterate like a little image of what it is, and then send a text message? And if they don't pick up, still send it like the image and just say a little message after.
If you've already got them booked in, like I think this is a great question. Because then it goes on, it's on trend with what like the club does, right? Do you know what I mean? Like, is that what yeah. If you've already got them booked, bro, like I don't think you need to. You can just send them a confirmation text straight away. But remember that we use booking software that does that, right? You always got to be using a booking software that will do all of this automation stuff for you because it's professional. And I don't know what it is. I've said this many times, man. Ever since I used Calendly for, I don't know, maybe 6 years ago when it first came out or whatever, fucking show rates just went through the roof. Like I think it's because of the professional third party nature of the technology. Yeah, it's not you manually confirming, which is not professional. I mean, if you have a call, think about it with anybody. Like if you do like a callback feature with Google or like Facebook or anything like that, it's not like, all right, mate, this is Dave. I'll speak to you in a bit. Yeah, it's not going to be like that. It's going to be your callback. Your callback has been approved. You will hear from one of our assistants shortly. If you need to do XYZ, click the link below. Like it's, do you know what I mean? It's not like great to speak with you, mate, and I'll speak to you soon. We do like to do that, however, for certain strategies, because being personal with leads helps build relationships with those leads or those prospects, which nurtures them for being clients. Now, we use that around Christmas and New Year time, right? Different, again, different, but that makes sense, H?
Yeah. One more quick little question I kind of have based off that.
Yeah.
So say I do kind of like use their phone to call like new members and get them booked in. If they don't pick up the phone, should I text them from my phone? Or if they book in, obviously, then I'll text them from my phone because I have their number in my system. I just say, hey, it's Harrison here. Booked in with you because obviously I can't use their phone and keep texting people. Like, you know what I mean? It's their phone. That makes sense.
Say that again.
Because I'll be using their phone to make calls. So like when I call
Yeah.
someone, it'll say EMF Rabina. If I booked them in for a consult, I would then text them from my phone saying, hey, it's Harrison here from EMF Rabina. I booked in a session for you. This is your time. Just to kind of like say, like confirm their Kickstarter.
So remember what you're going to do. You call using the EMF phone, background noise. I'm in a gym. Subconscious of them goes, hey, well, whatever. Okay, this is real, blah, blah, blah. Cool. I'm going to get you booked in. You've got their phone number. You just ask for an email address. So what's your best email address? Boom. And then what you could do, you do this on the phone. Cool. You should have just got a text message. Yeah, cool. I'll see you later. You can either do that, or you can just say, cool, you'll receive a text message in a second. And then that will be in relation to your booking.
I just booked them in. Yeah, so I was going to book them in just on the phone. If they don't answer the phone, what do I do then?
Good question. Good question. There's multiple ways you can do this. Like, this is why people then ask questions such as, like, do I leave voicemails? Shall I text them? Shall I text them a booking link? Like, you could, like, this is where we begin split testing, right? So for everyone, it's different. Every single person will find that it's different. So it's different for them than it is with Tan, and different with Sam than it is with Ray, whatever, right? And it's that simple. So personally, I would, well, again, it's different for each person.
Because the only thing I'm like thinking is because it's their phones. They'll have the phone on the desk. If I call someone, they don't pick up and go, "Oh, EMF call." Pick up the phone. Hey, I've got a missed call from you guys. I'd be like,
Yeah,
"What the fuck? We didn't call this
yeah,
person."
I know. Yeah, yeah.
So would it even be worth just saying, "Hey, Harrison here from EMF, one of the PTs. This is your message about a Kickstarter, yada yada yada. For more information, text my number here, and
Yeah.
go from there."
Well, I wouldn't say anything about you being a PT. This is for a Kickstarter, because they'll just know that it's bullshit. I would just say, hey, it's Harrison from EMF. We tried calling you. This is my direct contact number to return the call if you'd like to. If not, I'll reach out again soon.
Okay. Perfect.
That's all you need to do. Because if you say, hey, it's Harrison, one of the PTs, in relation to your Kickstarter, remember this, guys. You got to remember, they don't know anything about a Kickstarter, because what we do at Pinnacle is not what they do nationally for EMF, right?
Mm.
So you're using terminology and lingo which is different. So you've got to be different with your approach, if that makes sense.
Mm.
And yeah, that's a really good question, H. And there's been some really good questions from yourself, Samir, here, how to handle this stuff. And I'm actually glad we spent pretty much nearly a whole session just on member onboarding, because it's so important. But yeah, reach out with your phone number and just say, this is the direct line, because most people would be like, I mean, whenever anyone gives you a direct line, you're going to go, well, I'm going to call that if I want to get hold of someone, aren't you? You're not going to then call the general night, like, hey, I was speaking with Harrison. Yeah, I can't connect you with him. Just, they're going to call it the direct line, right? So yeah, just say, this is my direct number. And yeah, if I don't hear from you, we'll speak to you again soon, to make sure your gym journey gets off to the best possible start. We're here with us at EMF.
Great.
Yeah.
Alrighty. That makes me feel a bit more confident.
There you go, bro. And yeah, like, good questions, man. Like, good questions today, guys. Honestly, really, really good. Yeah, and again, I apologize for my passion, but at the same time, I don't, and I'm driven every single freaking day to change this part of the industry. Like, if you onboard people in clubs correctly, which ironically no clubs do, no clubs do this. There are a lot of boutique clubs that do very well. However, it's franchised clubs, guys, that do not do this at all. So any big franchise, so Ray with a Good Life, right? Tanya with City Fitness, right? And then yourself with EMF. I mean, multiple gym locations in multiple states. This is where you'll find the lack of care and quality is in these bigger clubs. And ironically, that's exactly where we have most of our clientele. I mean, you can look at ACE here as well. I think ACE, no worries, Ray, will speak to you soon. Like with ACE here, a smaller location. But again, that a lot of the smaller locations are where they're probably ran by people. I don't think this is the case with ACE, but they're ran by people that have higher senses of care or higher levels of care. So you will find that these guys will definitely give a shit a little bit more. But in a lot of studios as well, where there are multiple trainers, you will find that there's still a big lack of care. And it's that simple. So yeah. Wake up, Tan. It's Tan falling asleep. Wake up. Wake up, Tan, wake up.
What
Hello?
I wasn't asking you a question. I just said wake up. You look like you were falling asleep.
Sorry, I didn't get enough sleep today, so I was like, oh, I'll just close my eyes and listen to the.
Yeah.
I've
No,
got to do a an F45 class, so
nice.
yeah.
No, that's good. That's good. I had a lie-in today too. I actually stayed in bed for 13 hours. I went to sleep at 6:30 yesterday. I felt so crap, and I got up today at like 8. That was heaps of time. Yes, H, carry on, brother.
gonna say, could I send you through like in the next like 5 minutes? So I'll work on it like after this one. Just the new script that I'll be using because I'll be calling from EMF. So
Amen. Send it through on school, dude. 100%. I've done all my school messages today, but I'll loop back around again. I've got to do Voxes. So Sam, I'll be speaking to you soon. Ace, I got back to you. Tan, I got back to you with obviously your business trackers they were received. So yeah, send it through. Business tracker H as well. Get your
yeah,
tracker.
I've done it today.
Yeah, done.
Well, after this.
Get it done before our call tomorrow, bro. Anyway, and that's that. Anything else that anybody wants or needs? Pretty good.
More money.
More money, please. Yeah. With that being said, guys, good way to finish. More money, more problems, though. Remember that. And guys, here's something motivational to leave you with, right? More money does not equal more happiness. More money does not equal more happiness. What more money will enable you to do? Me and Sam speak about this a lot. Shout out to Sam, who's doing 10K weeks in the UK. Like, more money equals more freedom, which can equal more happiness. I watched a video on the weekend, and God bless his soul, rest in peace. It was Kobe. I saw a video about Kobe Bryant on the weekend, and he said, how would you describe love? And he nearly got emotional, right? And basically he just said that love is happiness. And they said, what's the most important thing that makes you happy? It's family, spending time with his family. I can vouch for that shit. When I'm spending time with loved ones and I'm happy, that is happiness. Do you know what I mean? Right? So more money equals more problems, right? More money equals more problems. But again, more money will equal flexibility and enables you to fund the things that make you happy. Like me and Sam love going fishing, right? You can buy new fishing gear. You can buy a boat if you want to go fishing, whatever you want to do. You go on fishing charters. You need money for that shit. But recognize, guys, that when we chase business growth, it's to impact more people, and that the byproduct that we get is money, and the byproduct of that money is happiness. So much love to all of you guys, and I will speak to you all soon. H, I'll speak to you tomorrow, and that's it. Let's go.